My dear student of class 7, good morning. Welcome to online classes from LPM Public School, Gola Bazaar, Gorakhpur. Student, I am a science teacher, DPS sir. And student, today I am going to explain you further the chapter acid, base and salt. So, student, as you know yesterday I have already, my previous video I have already explained you about the two type of acid, that is the mineral acid and the organic acid. So the acid prepared from minerals present on the earth crust is known as the mineral acid, whereas the few acid which is prepared in the lab is also called the inorganic acid or laboratory acid. So, student, the first mineral acid to be discovered, the very first acid which to be discovered was nitric acid. So here I am just discussing with the chapter 4, acid, base and salt. Chapter 5, acid, base and salt. Dear student, as of course this chapter is already in the process, and today I am just recapping what I have explained in my previous video. Just I am explaining about the acid. The acid are of two types, that is organic acid and inorganic acid. Organic acid, those acids which are found in the fruits, vegetables are called as organic acid, which are not so harmful, but inorganic acid which is made from chemicals, they are harmful acids. Okay, so are called the inorganic acid or also called the mineral acid. So the first mineral acid to be discovered was the nitric acid. Nitric acid, HNO3, is such acid which was discovered in very beginning. Now the properties of few acids are strong and weak. Some acids are strong and some are weak. Those acids which contains the less amount of water in it are called strong acid, that is concentric acid, CONC dot acid, and those acids which contain large amount of water in them is dilute in nature and are weak acids. Okay student, now the properties of acid that I have already explained to you, and I am going to revise it just now again, that acid has sour taste, it is very corrosive in nature, it is concentrated acid cuts the clothes and damage. If it is very highly concentrated, then it could damage the cloth if it will fall on it. A good control of electricity as they allow the pass the current. So acid is also behave a good control of electricity. As you know, the inverter battery which gives the backup if the current failure took place, then the acid present in that battery give the charges, electric charges. Acids are soluble in water also. Now student, my further today's topic is about the basic substances. Basic. So that I have already explained you, basic is always bitter in taste and soapy in touch. And base also has of two types, that is strong base and weak base, student. So strong base, alkalis like caustic soda and caustic potash are strong base. More number of hydroxide ions a base produce on dissolving in water, stronger is the base. So how you can determine, how you can find out it is a strong base? So such base which contain huge amount of hydroxide ions in it. Huge amount of hydroxide ions. Okay, as much as hydroxide ions is more and more, it is called the strong base. Magnesium hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide is not so soluble in water, but they naturally produce less hydroxide. So magnesium hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide, these are not high hydroxide ions, produce less hydroxide ion solution. So they are the weak bases, student. Now the properties of bases, student. What is the properties of bases? Student, the properties of base is that they are soapy to touch. Means if you will just use feel when you feel touch the soap, okay, it is very slippery. So same way, if you touch the base articles, you will feel soapy in touch. Okay, if you will try to test it, it is bitter in taste. And strong bases like sodium hydroxide are corrosive in nature. And strong bases like sodium hydroxide is very corrosive in nature, means reacts in nature very vigorously. They react with acid to neutralize them, and this sodium hydroxide, this base reacts with acid to become neutralized. Means such base, which is a strong base, that can also harm. Okay, so such base when react with acid, it neutralizes itself and called an antacid. So student, what is antacid? When a strong base reacts with acid, it neutralizes it. It neutralizes it, and this neutralization is called the student antacid. Okay. Now student, what is neutral substance? Just now I have told you, those substances which are neither acidic in nature nor basic in nature, okay, are called the neutral substances. Some of the neutral substances are pure water, glucose, cane sugar, common salt. These are called the neutral substances. Now student, about the indicator. What is indicator? So we cannot just easily detect a strong acid or a strong base, because it is very highly dangerous to just check it by our finger or by our any body organs. So to avoid it, we should use a chemical process that is already has been made, that is litmus paper. So when you will put the litmus paper in a powerful base, it will confirm the blue litmus paper will change. The red litmus paper will change into blue. This shows that the thing in which you have put the litmus paper is a strong base. And if it would be like this way, that the blue has changed to red, you have put the blue in the solution and that leaf has converted into red. That means the substance that has changed it in red, that is totally acid. So indicator is such instrument that is used to check whether it is an acid. If acid, what type of acid, strong or weak? Whether it is base, what type of base, strong or weak? You can detect by these indicators. Now, few indicators are named here. Litmus paper. If you put the litmus paper in acid, it will turn red in color, and if you put in base, it will turn blue in color. Phenolphthalein. If you put phenolphthalein ball, okay student, in an acid, it remains colorless, whereas if you put in a base, its color will change into pink and violet. Methyl orange, it is reddish in color when you put in an acid, and it is yellow in color when put in the base. So student, I have explained about the indicators. Now about a natural indicator, I am going to explain about that is the litmus, a natural dye. So litmus, the most commonly used indicator in nearest is that the lichens. Lichens, it is purple in color, and when this solution is added to the acidic solution, it turns red, and means red shows that it is a harmful gas and it is a harmful substance, and that means it is an acid. and alkyl base. Litmus is available in form of a strip of paper, and this litmus paper is present in the form of paper. By dipping it in the liquid, it could be easily detected whether it is an acid or a base. Okay, student. So, student, litmus is a natural dye that I have just told you. Commonly, it is available in red and blue. Most probably, these litmus are only in two colors, that is red and blue. Acid turns blue to red, and base turns red litmus to blue. Neutral substances do not change the color of its indicator, and if it is neutral, it will not change its color. Now, student, for today, up to here I have explained, and you must follow the video carefully and try to understand what I have explained to you, dear student. And whatever the task provided from here, you must do it properly in your proper time. Thank you, student. Have a nice day.